Oh, hello there, chat. Dash awkward thing seems to have happened. I got distracted when I was out and about. That is Palermo. Yeah. It's going to be a steep approach to I'm afraid. What we'll do, we are going to fence, I'll choose 3000 as our... Yeah, we're about 50 miles from the airfield, which is not the best, if I'm honest with myself. I wish there was a way to speed scroll this, I'm just going to say that now. We'll go 2,500 feet. And level change. 245 knots of airspeed is perfect. So you're going to see basically the throttle comes back. I unpause, which gets us moving again, question mark? Yeah. So I paused it just because I literally needed to go to the loo when I came in, and it was rather awkward. So we're going down at 2,500 feet on the thing. The thing on the thing, yeah, we're actually, we delayed ourselves somehow en route, but shush. We're going to go direct to Lavru, and Lavru's at 3,500 feet. So, no, we've got plenty of fuel. We have plentiful fuel, bountiful fuel. We're going to turn off our centre tanks. As you can see, I literally took off and stepped away. And we'll put the belt up sign back on as we're starting our drop. And that's basically everything for now. So we've got our approach plugged in, so we're obviously going straight basically to the ILS, which is fine. NHREF, so I guess we can plug that in. That's awkward, I've not quite got the radios back up yet. It'll take me a moment, I'll get that up for you, and we'll be going. But we'll stick our course in, which is 243 degrees. There we go. And scroll our current course plug in as well because we're just so efficient. There we go. What we'll do, we're going to cut back as we've come through about 10,000 and we'll have the radios hopefully up and running by then. Alright, see you in a moment. Hey there folks, so we're back. We're coming in for an approach, lovely evening in Palermo. So you can see we are, don't ask quite why we've got a little bit off track, I don't want to talk about it. Why we lined up perfectly on Salop, don't ask, because I won't tell. We're going to approach Lavru, sort of parallel the island, and then come in on the peninsula there. We're at 3.5 there, which is our required altitude for this phase of the flight. I am going to... Yeah, it's not calculating any slowing down points, so I'm just going to... At 5 miles to Lavru, I'm just going to whack 210 knots in, and we'll just slow right off. You can see you're still dressed incredibly casually for a commercial airline flight. And we're here. I discovered what I did wrong. Where's it gone? It's the panel light was basically fully turned down. So one of the things we've got left to do here, I suppose, is 109.5. It's that? Yeah, it is. It was 109, correct, confirm? Confirm. So do 10950. And then we're going to swap the two around. And that puts out my active radio's frequency. Perfect. And then we just... That'll do. And we're back in the chair. So, what will happen now is... So we're approaching the thing, but if I... Yeah. You've got it in ILS mode, but we'll deal with that in a moment. But yeah, you can see the glide path slowly coming up. The aerodrome is off on our right-hand side. You can see the flashing. I've got a really concerning moment here that I'm either landing at the wrong airfield or that the scenery hasn't loaded that I expected. I was expecting the mod update scenery and I haven't tested it because I was trusting the game. I quite clearly forgot the first rule. What's the first rule, I hear you ask? Ask semi-sarcastically. Never trust Flight Simulator. Just don't. Don't do it to yourself. But alas, overall this has been really fun though. I'm really enjoying Flight Simulator being back. And when I say being back, the 737, this is pretty perfect logic for it. You know, when we first got the A320 in 2020, it wasn't there, right? I think we can all agree the logic was funky at best. And that's based off you know, effectively Aerosoft, you know, in the world of P3D, Aerosoft and FS Labs were fairly similarly levels of agreed on, you know, they were fairly similarly agreed on how the logic worked in a certain aircraft, right? They just were. So we're just going to put, 210 in. As we go to flight idle and we do our turn into final. And yeah. But whereas in, and I'm going to just, so ground speed's that, so it's going to be 1200 feet per minute rate of descent. Down to 2,500. So we are descending to basically, the aim is to get slightly below the glide path, but we are over the sea, so there's no risk of us colliding with anything, unless there's a really tall ship out here with us. Approach mode. So we've now got forelock, which means the aircraft is capturing centerline of the runway. And what I should do actually is just turn us into approach mode. And you can see we now get the approach diamond appearing. Now that we are low captured, we're going to go to 180 knots. And I'm going to get my favourite new toy out. Oh. Come on. It feels like I can be incredibly close in the...
2,500.
Hang on. That's landing mode. That's flight mode. We'll sit here for now. But it does give us a nice overlay of all of our flight information. I do love the hugs. Now that we are at a good speed, we'll go to 160 knots. In the slowdown, I'll take flap 1. As you can see, we are descending with the glide path now. We're actually not slowing down probably as well as I'd like, which is, of course, fine enough, I guess. Go flap 1. Go flap 2.5. No, just, there you go. Speed's pulling off now. The nose is coming up to counter that, which is exactly where we want it to be. And we set our landing pace today. We're landing at flap 30, it's going to be 135 knots. So what I'm going to do, because we're 5 miles, we'll slow to our VREF. 135. We'll go to gear down. Flap 15. And we're getting closer and closer, so I'm going to go flap 30. Right, I should actually put my air brake away, shouldn't I? I've realised it's probably not been done yet. Hello? Air brake goes to armed. Auto brake goes to 2. 500 feet I'll be taking off of the aircraft today. Yeah, the attitude's going to slightly have to retrim itself, because I've just completely reconfigured the aircraft because I didn't realise I left my speed brakes out. Awkward. And I had landed with the speed brakes out, that would be an incident. Doesn't look like a handcrafted scenery, but oh well. And I'm also landing at 4 PM on a Friday afternoon, so there's going to be a lot of taxing on the surface. Emily has control.
300.
I'm going to put the thing onto the thing.
200. 100. Approaching minimum.
Landing.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
There you go. That is reverse thrust kicking in, but oh well. And we can now vacate right. Throttle goes to idle now. I'm going to go flaps up. Turn. Our landing light was definitely on. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I say, it's my first flight on type. It's not going to be polished. Got an A310 freighter over there. Oh, that's awkward. Speed brakes come down. Flaps get fully lifted up. Oh no, this is a handcrafted, I think. So I don't recognise the asset it's made out of, put it that way. What are we doing? Hello? Camera? Clear that as well. So this, obviously, I will caveat say that this video is being recorded immediately after the launch, so we don't have things like GSX for ground handling. I will be getting that in soon, TM. Somehow managed to get through the entirety of MSFS 2020 without it. So yeah, I'll be picking it up soon. I've got the messed up 330 citation. Whiz is in the game now, that's cool. Whiz Pop. The 737-700, we enjoy. Right, I'm just gonna... So, park over by the Alaskan. What are they doing here, eh? Oh no, so it is actually the custom scenery, that's good. That tower's definitely custom, and so are the assets. I'll go park over by the terminal. I wonder, is this a the E2 thing? Is because I know that isn't in the game yet, but obviously the Embraer house livery's there and all that kind of stuff. Or isn't the base game, I should say. Sorry, but is this the the something I know was talked about at a former game company I worked at? And that's the specifics I'm going to get. Was putting all of the DLCs in, so you could like walk up to it and it would say, "Hey, to buy this aircraft, click here," basically. Using the overhead. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. Fucking turn. Please. Please turn, goddamn you. I'm going to be crooked in this space. Like, I'm at the point of taxi out and coming back in again. I'm going to steer us and I'm just going to watch where my nose wheel is. Oh, that just spawned in next to us. That's awkward. Fucking stop! I pressed the brake button. That'll do. At this point, that'll do. Right, we're in the cockpit. Let's quickly park brake set. Confirm APU online. APU taking power. Good. Engine 1 off. Engine 2 off. Let's watch for N1 decrease. Waiting for N2 of less than 10 before we can turn off the beacon lights. Alright, let's... Beacons off. No smoking sign stays on, but the... Oh my god. That can come on bus if it wants. I also, because we're in a hot place, we'll do that and we'll do that. So we get both packs still running on our APU. Fuel barrels has arrived inside us. Feel violated, not gonna lie. Feel violated. Right. Ground services at erase the ground. Doesn't let me request ground services, so there we go. Unless I have to tune... Oh. In which case, let's just request the passengers.
Ground Golf. Golf Delta Sierra Whiskey. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Yeah, there we go. The air bridge is attaching and the doors are opening.
Delta Sierra Whiskey, the jetway is going to be...
That's us done, though. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Get the baggage, guys. The baggage.
Golf Delta Sierra Whiskey, could you please send the baggage?
That's a good view, that.
Golf Delta Sierra Whiskey, we don't know where the baggage is.
Well, it was going really well up until that last moment. I've got a plan. I'm going to step down onto the ground. We'll get a screenshot from there. But honestly, guys, aside from the fact that the fuel barrels are parked inside us and the air bridge has crashed into us, thanks for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did. MSFS 2024. Hot damn. Hot damn.